Right, it's time now for our phone-in. We're joined by relationship expert Lucy Beresford, and we're going to take your calls on the desire to have one more baby and the pressure it can put on you and your partner. Lovely to see you. We've got Hannah on the line. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
So you've got a son who's 3, and you'd like to have... Your partner would like to have another baby, but you didn't have a very good experience with the birth of your first son.
It was the recovery more than anything. I had to have a planned section because he was breech, and I was well prepared for the actual day of having the operation, so I was extremely nervous, but no one prepared me for afterwards, and it's petrified me of going through it again in case I had to have another C-section. But I get pressure from the husband, the family, friends, how we shouldn't have an only child, we should have another one. Oh. And I'm just too frightened. It triggered off quite severe health anxiety for me.
Right, okay.
You probably felt very out of control as well, which would have exacerbated any sort of proper medical issues that there were. I mean, there are two things to say. One, I am actually thinking you might need to have a little bit of counselling just to process what actually happened for you that time, because it was traumatic for you. I think it needs to be treated like a trauma, so that you can actually come through that and feel stronger emotionally and physically. And the other thing to say is that one of the reasons why it would have been so upsetting to you was because you weren't expecting it. Nobody had prepared you for it. Whereas one could argue that if you were to have another pregnancy, you would be fully prepared, you would know what could possibly happen. And that knowledge can give you a lot more conviction, a lot more confidence going forward to the pregnancy. But you should never feel obliged to do it just because everyone else is telling you that you should do it.
If you were to fall pregnant, would there be anything you learnt from the first time that you could take with you into your second pregnancy that you then would help you, I guess?
Well, sometimes when I sit and think about having another one, because I would want another one if I could get over this fear, I sometimes think, well, I got through it that time, so I would get through it again. I think it's the thought, isn't it, more than anything?
Yeah.
Your second
is reality of it.
I think your second child definitely feels I think it's a better experience because you're more prepared. You know what's coming.
Yeah. And you know what your body is capable of as well, which I think is your point, is that actually you have survived this. You've more than survived. You've raised a child, and to have that knowledge that you're capable of doing that is very empowering. But at the same time, only do it when you're ready. And I think a little bit of talking to a counsellor beforehand, talking about those anxieties that you've had and the worries that you had, the trauma of it before, let's not underplay it. It was very, very stressful for you, so that you're clear in your own mind about being prepared for going for it the next time.
All right, Hannah.
Thank you very much, Hannah.
Thank you for calling.